Hey guys, Owen Malul here. Today we're going to discuss the main differences between traditional martial arts and competitive fighting sports to Krav Maga. We're going to compare between them and see how effective they are to real-life scenarios when you need to defend yourself. Okay guys, another classic Krav Maga move now against a gun threat. Okay, so we're gonna show the move that simply looks like that. Boom, boom. Okay, let's see what happened here. Now, really important to mention, in Krav Maga, when there is a gun threat, of course, we assume that you have to react only if you don't have another choice. Then, of course, if you can give your money, run away, run away. We're talking about a scenario that you feel in an immediate life danger. So any gun threat, that means that he could already shot you, but basically the guy wants something out of you. He wants your money. He wants maybe to kidnap you, and then maybe you might think twice if to react or not. Now, the move looked like this. First, a redirection with my left hand, if he's holding with his right. Redirect, bring the barrel towards the ground, and redirect with the gun towards his own body. So one more time. Whoop. Okay, second thing, I'm advancing and giving a punch. Not before. Also understanding that there is a body defend right after the hand. That means the body defend comes right after the hand while I'm redirecting. Now I'm pushing the gun towards his body, and from here, punching, putting my own leg behind his leg. Then, when the barrel is always pointing the ground, I'm gonna go with my own hand under, grab the back of the gun, and from here, do what we call the disarm, use my own body weight, pull from the right, and create leverage. Here I'm disarming him while pulling, taking a step back distance, magazine strike, loading the gun and taking control of the situation. Now, here is a classic Krav Maga move I learned myself growing up as a kid, as an adult, and as we explained before, while doing this move as a student and teaching it to my own clients, what I realized is when you're grabbing a gun with one hand, even though you're going to go and redirect it and push it towards his own body, even though you're going to come with your own body and attack strong towards the face with a strong punch, we always assume that the attacker is bigger and stronger. And when someone is under adrenaline, especially if he's bigger and stronger, and you hold him his own gun, even if you punch him, his own reaction will be always what to do? Pull the knife. One more time. 1, 2. What Leo simply did is pulling the knife while I do the move, which can create a big problem if we have to do it in reality under pressure. Other than that, doing a gun defend with one hand, if you think to yourself, am I gonna grab a gun which is risking my life with one hand, or maybe I'm gonna have to try to use it with my both hands, which you feel much more confident. So when I, again, opened my own head and tried different techniques, I realized doing it with two hands feel better. First, I have more chance of grabbing it and not maybe missing the gun. And if I'm maybe not able to grab, but the second hand, I'm able at least maybe to fix the grip itself. Second of all, if here is going to pull me, he can pull me till tomorrow, but I'm attached to the back of the gun. That means my whole body here is attached, and it does not matter if he holds it with one or two hands. The moment I'm attached to the gun, he's gonna be pulling me, and I can go with my own attacks. Boom, as knees, kicks, etc. And he's not simply going to be able to pull it like in one hand, up, pull it, and I'm staying, first of all, without the gun, and it creates a problem. So one more thing. The way we teach it in our school, instead of doing it with one hand, We're not counting on the speed, we're not counting on the grip. We understand that under pressure and things in reality looks different than the training. And we are saying, guys, you can lift your hands, you can do whatever it takes. And if you do need to protect yourself, go with 2 hands. It's basically the first move is exactly the same move, but you have a second hand that goes and grab. You feel much stronger when holding a gun with 2 hands. And if he pulls the gun here, boom, I'm attached to this gun. Of course, always paying attention that the barrel is pointing the ground, the knees, and from here, the defense actually looks exactly the same. I'm here disarming the gun, always paying attention the barrel is facing the ground or my attacker. And here the moves goes exactly the same. But what's important is the small move is simply adding another hand. Now a lot of people are resisting to add another hand because they're claiming they want to go with a punch. Now I'm going to ask you guys a question. What is more important? To redirect and strike simultaneously, that means as quick as possible, or most important is actually to control the gun first. So we're going to answer, of course, it doesn't matter how hard I hit him. If he has the gun, that's right, okay, he has a broken nose, boom. But he pulls the gun, under the adrenaline might not even feel the broken nose. He has the gun, it does not matter how hard was my punch. But if I first concentrate on neutralizing and controlling the gun, that's going to be my first priority. Right after, attack with myself, or if he pulls, I'm gonna go with him and then attack. At least I'm in control with the gun, and then I'm able to disarm and take control of the situation. Okay guys, let's go over those 4 techniques and review them. Our first technique was a comparison between a Krav Maga to an Aikido move called Nikyu. We showed you the defense that comes from Aikido against a simple swing, the most common attack in a street fight. When Leo was showing us how to use the energy of the attacker against the attacker himself. We explained that in reality, it's not always possible to use the energy of the attacker against him because you're surprised out of nowhere the punch is coming and you're simply reacting with your animalistic instincts, sometimes even moving backwards and not necessarily able to use the energy of the enemy against him. The concept is beautiful, but not always applicable to reality. Our second move came again from the Aikido world, comparing to the Krav Maga world, a defense against a punch that goes to the upper body. Leo showed us a move when he redirects, put the arm of the attacker under his own armpit and then creates a lock, putting leverage on the elbow, neutralizing the attacker all the way to the ground. We explained that in Krav Maga first, you're not always able to use timing and using the energy of the attacker against him. Again, when you're surprised out of nowhere, that's going to be something really hard to do. Second, we show when grabbing the hand of the attacker himself, he simply wants to pull the hand, which another problematic concept that in reality might create a problem. Our third and fourth move come from Krav Maga itself. We showed you 2 different moves. The first one was against a stab that goes towards the stomach with an inside defense, grab the hand, attack, then create an arm bar, unlock to neutralize the attacker. We explained that first of all, doing an inside defense against a straight stab with a knife towards the central body might work, but if the attacker suddenly goes lower than your elbow, you might get into trouble. We showed you how we teach it in our own school, going with an outside defense. If you can put your hands up, going down, using your own body motion as well, body defense, creating a big outside defense. Later on, wrapping your own hand in order to neutralize the attacker. But we showed you how one move can defend against all the stab. Does not matter what level, if it's your chest, head, stomach, central body, and lower than that, will definitely work. Then we moved on to another classic Krav Maga defense with a gun that is being done with one hand. I explained that personally in my school, I do not teach a defense against a gun in one hand. If you have to do it in reality, first, I do not personally believe you're going to be able to do a defense against a gun with one hand only when you have two hands. Your natural instincts, if you are going to react in order to save your life, you're going to want to use your both hands in order to feel confident, in order to neutralize the gun. You're going to get anchored to the gun, and if he pulls the gun when you're grabbing with two hands, you're going to be okay, which in one hand, you're going to be in a serious problem. Thank you guys for joining our Krav Maga class. You guys can stay tuned and check out our Facebook and YouTube page and learn more Krav Maga tips and lessons. Thank you.